all for joining. So, as we are we're studying like the Bhagavad Gita, which a divine conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So, when Arjuna was not ready to fight at the time, Krishna is enforcing him to fight uh, by explaining like a various topics of related to the yoga, which is nothing but like a Sankhya yoga, then Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Dhyana yoga, Bhakti yoga. Predominantly, like main thing is Bhakti yoga. So in that, we are just on the 9th chapter. So this Bhagavad Gita is like a split across, further divided into 18 chapter, 700 slokas. In that 18 chapter, first 6 chapters predominantly talking about the Karma yoga section of it. The next 6 chapter is talking about the Bhakti Yoga section of it, which is whatever topic we are seeing from 7 to 12th chapter. So then the last 6 chapter is talking about the Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga section of it. So the very, very important chapter in the Bhagavad Gita is like again, it is in the 9th and 10th chapter. Why it is like because this is a confidential knowledge. Then last time we were seeing what is a confidential knowledge, more confidential and most confidential. So that is what we have seen. The chapter 2 is talking about the who I am. It is talking about the characteristics of the soul, correct? So that is what it is, the confidential knowledge, chapter 2 and 3, and chapter 7 and 8, which is the starting chapter of the Bhakti Yoga section of it, which is the most confidential. That is talking about what is the knowledge of the absolute and how we can attain that, attaining the supreme. So chapter 7 and 8 is talking how to attain the supreme, that is most confidential knowledge. Sorry, more confidential knowledge. And chapter 9, which is the most confidential knowledge, is how we can go back to the God, and it is explaining how to perform the unalloyed devotional service. So on that aspect, this is very, very important chapter as well. Okay, so we have seen till six slokas. In that, the first sloka talking about who can receive this confidential knowledge and what is the benefit of receiving it. Okay, that is what we have seen. This confidential knowledge will be given only to the non-envious. So we have seen whether we are envy or not, how we are becoming envy. Because if we are having the tinge of material enjoyment, then it is nothing but we are in the mode of envy, and then we will not be eligible to receive the knowledge. Lord says if you be in that manner, then uh, if you are not having the envy, then only you will be eligible to receive this knowledge. And what we have to do, how to receive, we have to have the proper hearing. And what is the benefit of hearing? That would be relief from the miseries of the material existence, birth, death, old age, and disease. We will get away from this particular thing. Then the second sloka is talking about the glories of that confidential knowledge. What is that glories? It is Rajavidya, Rajagugyam, Pavitram Idamuttamam, Pratyaksha Avagamam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So what it says. It is the king of education. It is the king of, it is most confidential knowledge, and it would not be available very easily for many. Okay, and it has to be uh, understood and performed like in a happy manner. And while performing also, we will get the happiness. Like that is how we have seen Raja Vidya Raja Ugyam. Okay, then the other next section. See, 4th to 10th sloka is talking about the Krishna's Achintya Beda Beda Tattvam. What is Achintya Beda? He is there, he is not there. So that is what. Krishna pervades, like he creates and annihilates the entire cosmos, like through his material energy. Via his material energy, he is creating everything. So it is coming from Krishna, but Krishna is not like he is, though he creates everything, but he is not attached to that. He is not getting like himself into that particular material world. So he is there and he is not there. So that is what Achintya Beda Tattva, like that is what we have seen till 6th sloka. Uh, so though everything rests upon Krishna, like but he is not untouched. He is not like touched to this material world. Okay, he is pervading. How and all he is pervading everything. Like he is there, everything in him, but he is not a normal human being, and he is not in them. This we have seen. Then we have seen like a Lord Krishna, how he was giving the analogy of like the sky and wind. The sky is the Lord, and like the wind is cosmic manifestation. The wind cannot cross like the sky. Okay. The similar manner, the living entities cannot surpass Krishna. Okay. They are all part and parcel of Krishna. Like it is, we all are like inside Krishna. So let's go to the 7th sloka. Sloka. Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpadu vishrajamyaham. So translation, O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all the material manifestations enter into my nature. Who is talking to whom? Krishna is talking to Arjuna. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So this is what like the whole cycle of how each yuga been formed, and the whole Brahma's lifetime, all those things being explained over here. Like so every millennium, like end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. We already seen every day of Brahma. At the end of the day of Brahma, like the partial annihilation will happen, and at the end of lifetime of Brahma, the 100 celestial years, the full annihilation will happen. This is what like have been explained. That we have seen multiple times. The lifetime of Brahma. What is the lifetime of Brahma? What's the lifetime? What's the lifetime of Brahma? It's 311 trillion 40 billion years. Okay. So that is a time Krishna takes the time between like a one inhale and exhale. It is unimaginable for us. We can't even think of like How is it possible for one inhale and one exhale? Krishna takes only this much time. It is beyond our imagination. Like 311 trillion 40 billion years is, we can't imagine. That is the time Krishna takes like between one inhale and one exhale. That is the lifetime of Brahma. The Krishna creates, annihilates, maintains this material nature by his unbelievable energy and unbelievable capability. So in the 9.8, Prakritim swam avastabhya Firistrijami punah punah Bhutagramam imam kritsnam avasam prakriter vashat. Puna puna means again and again. The whole cosmic order is under me. So Krishna says, it is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So what is saying, like the whole cosmic order is under me, under my will, it is automatically manifested again. Like okay, the cycle goes manifestation, maintenance, annihilation. Manifestation, maintenance, annihilation. That is what Krishna says here. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So this is what Krishna does effortlessly, like the whole thing in a very meticulous manner. Like okay, so this we have seen how that Kshirodaka Shai Vishnu, Karnodaka Shai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, like all these Vishnus are like getting created and they maintain the each universes. Then in the 9.9, Nachamam Tani Karmani Nibhadanti Dhananjaya Udasina Vadasinam Asaktam Te Sukarmashu. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So this Krishna already seen the whole section of this. We are seeing the Achintya Beda Tattva of Krishna. Krishna creates, maintains everything, but he is not affected or attached to those things. Okay. So that is what he is saying. Oh Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So though Krishna seated as neutral, he is ever detached from all these material activities. He is not affected by all these material activities. Like this Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, like will not affect Krishna. This annihilation and the new manifestation, like it will not affect Krishna because everything been done by him. That is what we need to understand. Okay, the next sloka. Maya dakshena prakritihi Suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all the moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So, this whole material universe is under Krishna's energy, is working under his direction, producing all the moving and non-moving beings. Under its rules, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. The same thing, but how Krishna doing it like a meticulously, that has been explained. So every time he is doing it like a with a effortless manner, the manifestation annihilation. The time it takes is that is 311 trillion 40 billion years, which we can't even imagine. But Krishna does it so easily, so effortlessly, um, very, very perfectly. So that is what we need to understand. So Krishna, everything in this material world, okay, and the spiritual world is being maintained, operated, and what to say, done by Krishna only. There is no other way. Okay, this material world is created. Someone will say, okay, this material world created by itself, it came by itself. Lord is not there. But when there is a creation, there has to be a creator. That creator is none other than Lord Sri Krishna. There is no doubt. We should never have any tinge of doubt like in our mind. Everything been driven, created, maintained, annihilated by Lord Sri Krishna only. That we shouldn't have any doubt on that particular thing. Any doubts for that? So everything is created, maintained, operated by Krishna only, annihilated also, in a very effortless manner, in a uh, very smooth manner. Though Krishna creates everything of this material world, but he is not unaffected, he is not unattached. He is unattached to that, he is unaffected by any of those activities. That is what Krishna's greatness is. So let's see it in the slide. So this we have already seen. Lord Krishna maintains this annihilation and the creation and destruction, correct? Kalpa means at the end of the millennium. This indicates the lifetime of Brahma's death, lifetime of Brahma, which is the energy is wound up in the Lord Krishna himself. So this is what we have seen. In the see very clearly here, in the whole of thing. Okay, this is a Krishna. From Krishna, it is coming to who is this Vishnu? Who is this Vishnu?
Garbhodakashaya Vishnu?
No. Karna Udagashai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. This is Mahavishnu. So from Mahavishnu's pore, okay, the pore, Lord of each universes are being formed. In that, in one of the universe, every of the universe, the Garbhodakashai Vishnu is there. From his navel, the Brahma is coming, because in this one, from each of the universe, you will see a 14 planetary system. In that, Brahma is the topmost in the Brahma Loka or the Satya Loka. Then in that particular universe, in every of the living entity, Shiro Udagashai Vishnu comes. That is how Mahavishnu or Karna Udagashai Vishnu, from his pore, each universes are getting formed. In each of the universe, Garbhodakashai Vishnu is there, and from him the Brahma comes, and in those 14 planetary system, each of the planet, each of the living entity, the Kshirodakashai Vishnu is present. So this was in the whole Lord Brahma's lifetime. We have seen one daytime what is this, 4.32 billion years, night time 4.32 billion. So one day and night is 8.64 billion. 1 month is 30 days, which is this much. 1 year is 3.11 trillion years. 50 years is one parada, and 100 years is one mahakalpa, which is equal to 311 trillion 40 billion human years. Okay, this we have seen already in the earlier chart. So this annihilation and creation and annihilation, like a or manifestation and annihilation happens like a in a cycled manner. So this is what we further seen, correct? Like the spiritual world, from the spiritual world, Mahavishnu comes. From the Mahavishnu, like a Mahavishnu glances Mahatattva, and all these universes are getting formed. Okay, from that each universe, like a Garbhodakashayi Vishnu will be there, and from his navel, like okay, the Brahma comes, and there like a 14 planetary system is there. Okay. So this we have already seen. Then in the eighth sloka, Lord Krishna's relationship with the creation and destruction. Like, hey, what is that? Material world is the inferior energy, which is like of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So compared to spiritual world, material world is like a dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is temporary. He creates. Why he creates the material world? Can anyone say? What is the reason for Krishna to create the material world? Hello. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Is it because at some point we
Prabhu,
all
what is the
wanted to
question,
come?
Prabhu? Can you repeat? Why Krishna has made this material world?
Material world, yeah, correct, exactly.
Is it because that we all wanted to come here, and it is for his
Exactly.
enjoyment he has created it
Hmm.
also? It's like
Yeah,
because he's the ultimate enjoyer
correct,
of
yeah.
everything.
So we want to enjoy separately from Krishna, like for that reason only he created. That is the reason it is Dukkale Mashashvatam. Okay. So he creates and maintains and annihilates. Okay. Um, so that refutes the modern way of like okay, thinking. What is that theory? Darwin's theory or one more Big Bang theory, all those things like it will refute because the whole material world doesn't come by itself. It is being created by the Lord for a purpose. That has to be understood very clearly. So how the material world is maintained, Krishna maintains like okay, Krishna is present in every one of us. Uh, he will not directly involved. Okay, he will give the knowledge like for us to maintain in this material world. The creation is like as we seen, he created like a because we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna, independently from Krishna. For that reason, like it has been created. This eight, the ninth sloka, no work can bind Krishna. Okay, so whatever though Krishna does all these things, like he is ever detached because Krishna never wants any one of us like to be in this material world. He wants every one of us like to be in the spiritual world. So Lord's engagement, because like we asked, he creates this, he maintains, and he gives the knowledge for us like to understand um, and come back to Krishna in the spiritual world. Okay, so that is the reason Krishna even does the pastimes. What is the reason for the pastimes? It is like okay to reclaim the devotees from the material world to the spiritual world. That is the reason Krishna comes here. Yada yada dharmasya and paritranaya sadhunam. He don't need to come here like he will just think about it and like the enemies will be destroyed. But he comes here to enjoy to perform the pastime, and he put himself like into so many difficult situation, though it is not difficult for Lord, but still he goes through all these difficult situation to just reclaim the devotees like so that the devotees will remember okay, Krishna came here to save Arjuna, to save that Draupadi, to save Pandavas. The similar manner he will save me also, like let me go back to the Godhead, let me surrender to Lord. For that reason only Krishna performs all these pastimes. Okay, very very important. uh, so does it mean like though Krishna is not attached to the material world, so does it mean like Krishna is not doing any work and he will be idle? No, Krishna does his pastime in the spiritual world and in the material world. He is not even free for a second, okay, or millisecond. He does the pastime like no one else can think of. Like that is the beauty of Krishna. That is a quality of Krishna. Okay. Uh, then the 10th sloka, material world working under direction of the Lord. How without the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of God, material nature cannot do anything, because just to think of, okay, if the wind is not flowing, then we will not get the oxygen and everyone will die, correct? Like everything, the digestive system, or like who needs to eat what, everything in abundance, like provided by Krishna. Okay, that is how he creates this. The Lord is neutral and aloof, like he simply sanctions the material energy. Management is done by material nature on behalf of the Lord. He empowers everyone. Okay, so that is the thing. Krishna uh, creates and maintains the whole thing in this material world. He doesn't get affected. He is not. He's not like he got attached to this material world. So this was the second section of this ninth chapter. Very important thing. It is talking about Krishna's Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. What is the Achintya Beda Beda Tattva? He is there, but he is not there. That is what like it is contradicting theory, correct? Like he is created, but he is not attached. Like he is not affected by all those material things. That is what like been explained here by Lord Shri Krishna himself, like to Arjuna. It is talking about his Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. Hope everyone understood like this section of it. So he creates an destruction and maintenance, like but Lord is neutral. He is not unaffected or unattached.
Yeah.
Created and maintained
ना
by
दूध की मीठी.
Hare Krishna. Any queries, any thought process, please feel free, because this is very difficult topic to understand. Krishna creates, maintains, annihilates everything, but he is not unaffected. He is unattached. He is unaffected. His energy is just like as part of the material nature.
Prabhu, one question I have.
Yes,
If he's, if he's, I mean, unattached to anybody in general, how is he for sure he's having like some sort of an affection to Arjuna, for instance, because
yeah,
he's yeah. So ideally, when he Krishna is unaffected or unattached to anybody, why is he like kind of close to some people or like a friend of some people? Then if you are a friend, then obviously you have some sort of an attachment or
yeah.
feeling for that person, correct?
Yeah, correct, Maji. Yeah. The unattachment or unaffected, it is related to the material aspect of it. Okay. So, for his friends, like, okay, on a devotional aspect, Krishna always like think of the devotees and the devotees think of Krishna. From that angle, he is attached to Arjuna, but he is not giving, okay, he is chastising Arjuna. Boss, what are you talking about? Like, okay, when Arjuna is saying, okay, I am ready to go and beg in the forest, then
Mm,
going and fighting like for
kingdom.
my family. So at the time he is chastising, like, hey, he is not thinking, okay, I am he Arjuna is my friend. Let me instruct him in a very polite manner. No. So from a material point of view, Krishna is unaffected. Krishna is unattached. But from the spiritual point of view, Krishna is hankering for every one of us to come to the spiritual world. Hope you understood the concept, Mataji.
Right. I mean, if it's a spiritual level, he's a friend of everybody. He has attachment. But if
Exactly.
it's a material thing, he is not
That
attached.
is what he is saying, na? Like Bhuktaram Yajna
Mhm.
Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheswaram Sugurdam Sarvabhutanam. Sugurdam Sarvabhutanam. That
Right.
Sugurdam,
But Prabhu, can I
though,
say something?
yes, Mataji.
Can I, in the
Yeah.
same point? See, as far as we are in a Manushya form, we are in a Manushya yoni.
Yeah.
We are able to think about Krishna. We are able to, keep some sort of attachment with the Krishna grace.
Yeah.
But while we are in a, animal form or any other species form,
Yeah.
so
Because of our
it's a
consciousness
kind of
and because of
punishment.
our, correct.
It's a
Because of our
punishment.
karma. Because of our karma. But think of like this, okay? Yeah. Think of the,
But when Krishna loves, then why the punishment he is giving?
yeah.
Why he's making
Because
somebody,
we wanted, like, okay, be
dog or
away from,
cat?
Madam, sorry, Mataji, we wanted to enjoy away from Krishna, okay? We
Hmm.
want to forget Krishna. So when you give enough opportunity for Lakshay, okay, to study the Bhagavad Gita sloka or to think about it. So he is saying, no, I will wait. I am not interested. I am not interested. After a certain period of time, you will say, okay, it is your wish. Like you do whatever you want. I can't push enough for you. So that is what like happening
Mm.
even after getting this Manusya Janma. How much time like we are effectively utilizing it? So durlabham manusham janma. Okay, very durlabha to get the Manusya form. In that, like even
Mm.
durlabha is to uh, to become a devotee, to meet a devotee. Then how
Mm.
much we are effectively utilizing it? We will say no. For me, that party is more important than like attending the satsang. Let me go and enjoy the party. Okay, at least one this week. Next week I will perform. Next week I will perform. Likewise, we keep on postponing, and like we are wasting our time. So then Krishna says, okay, fine. You come to me like uh, when you are ready. So the teacher teaches uh, the math concept. Now the connection will disconnect. Like please rejoin again. So what is the
Okay.
thing is that teacher will teach for the entire class in a similar manner the concept. Okay, some will understand, some will say, okay, I am not interested. So that understanding people, he want to inquire more and he will come to the teacher. By the time like a teacher will allocate more time and will explain to that child. That doesn't mean that okay, teacher is partial to that child. No, teacher is impartial only. Teacher is like a equal to all. But if someone takes an effort to, yes, Mataji, you are able to understand. Like so, if the
Yeah, it's a good analogy what you have given, Prabhuji, because it's
yeah,
like your teacher is actually impartial. He teaches the same way to every single person in the class. But at the end of the day, only if you have the curiosity or like the interest to actually pursue it further, while some people may not even attend the class at all, you know?
exactly. So that then we can't say that okay, Krishna is partial. Krishna is like
Mm,
okay, or the teacher is partial. No, never.
mm,
Krishna is impartial. Like he is equal to everyone. Otherwise, he won't say that. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Okay, everyone I treat equally. I am sugurdam sarva bhutanam. It is
mm.
our that a little bit of independence, like we are misusing that independence, and we are going away from Krishna. Okay. So that is what Prahlad Maharaj says. Okay, when Lord is asking, Narsimhadev is asking, like, hey, what you want and uh, what benediction like I need to provide. He's saying, I don't need anything, but I am very uh, fearful of like, or I am very worried about like the one who is turning their face away from Krishna. Okay, to them, please give them the knowledge to understand and like to come back to you. So this is what like we need to do it because we think that okay, we are very intelligent, we are very powerful, we can do anything and everything, and hardly we remember Krishna, like hardly we will think, okay, in a whole year, one or two times, or whenever we get like issues, at the time we'll think about Krishna. All the other time, we will think, okay, I am the boss, I am the supreme enjoyer, I am the master of this particular thing. So that's what that servant mood, the eternal servant mood has to be there all the time, not partially. Then we will never become uh, we will never become like eligible to go back to the Lord Godhead, and we will be in this material world, that 14 planetary system, that Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, like out of this 84 lakh species, like we will go, we will be in the rotation, like sometime in the dog form, sometime in the like deer form, sometime in the elephant. So then like we will come to this human form. Rarely we will get this, and we will misuse that opportunity, and we will go back to the animal form again and again and again and again. Okay, Maji, you got the point, Mamta Mataji? Hare Krishna. So that is very, very important. So Krishna is never impartial. Krishna is like always equal to everyone. That is how we interpret and how we take it. Like okay, how we uh, how we accept His mercy. That is what like an important thing.
Prabhuji, sorry to actually just a
Yeah.
thought which struck me now when we were discussing this. To certain extent, my question itself was wrong. Krishna was not friendly or has an attachment to Arjuna, because even before the Mahabharata war, Krishna did go to Duryodhana also, and he offered whether he wants Krishna's side or whether he wants
Yeah.
entire army and everything. And then Duryodhana was the one who actually chose the entire army as against choosing
Yeah.
Krishna.
Correct.
So
Correct.
he
Yeah.
did give a chance to both the parties, but then it's
Correct.
purely the
Exactly.
yeah, materialistic choices that we make.
Yeah. Correct. Exactly. So that is what I was saying. Like so, Krishna
Yeah,
is
correct.
so how much ever like we may get we will give like a 10 chances to your kids or like your uh, relatives, correct? They will ignore
Mm.
10 choices, okay, 10 attempts. Then we will get irritated. Oh, I am not going to give any more choice. But Krishna very patiently like giving us chance after chance, like a life after life. Okay, he will think, okay, one or the other day this devotee will understand me, so let me not be impartial to him, like let me not stop the food and the air and like okay things to him. Even to the atheistic like hey people, he gives everything, he doesn't discriminate, okay? But we, out of like our small capacity, small understanding, will say, oh Krishna, why he can't do that, like why he is impartial, why he is like a partial to only Arjuna. Okay, the
Yeah, we also
Krishna,
do the same, no? Yeah, we
what
also
Maji?
actually do the same.
Huh?
Yeah, we also do in a journal life also, Prabhu. We also
Yeah,
do,
yeah, correct, we
comparisons
ignore.
and,
Yeah,
why
correct, yeah.
Krishna is.
So Krishna teaching Bhagavad Gita to not only to Arjuna and like Duryodhana, everyone was there. But only Arjuna was able to receive the knowledge. All the others like were still ready to fight only. Okay, on so this how Mati like it is our limitation, our understanding is like a limited, our capacity to understand is limited, our knowledge is limited. So we can't think of Krishna like a Krishna is beyond our limitation, beyond our understanding, beyond our capacity to understand, our capability to receive. So Krishna is magnanimous, like we can't ever think of just surrender to him, get the mercy, and he become our eternal master, like so that is what we have to do. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If any further questions, like we can discuss. Otherwise, we are good to close the class this week. Have a wonderful time ahead. Have a wonderful weekend. I think this is the last class of this 2025, and we will meet in 2026. Have a wonderful time, and let us have the mood to understand Krishna, to devote to Krishna, to be an eternal servant to Krishna more and more in the upcoming days and in the new year as well. Okay, have that as a resolution to chant more His holy name, to do more of the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam study. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Mm.
Advance Happy New Year to
Yeah,
everyone.
Prabhu.
Advance
Thank you,
Happy New
Prabhu.
Year to
Thank
all
you
of
so
you.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hare
And
Krishna.
in advance
Advance
to
Pongal also.
everybody.
Yeah, okay, Hare Krishna.